What's up, party people? Hope you're doing fantastic today. My name is Tyson here with Repair My Funnel, and today we're going to be diving into the world of courses in ClickFunnels 2.0. Now, specifically, we're going to be talking about how styles are used and how they affect the modules and lessons within your courses. So that way you understand where everything's pulling from, how it works, how you can adjust things, and all that fun stuff. All right. Now, with that said, let's head over to my screen here. I'll walk you through the process of everything step by step, one at a time. Okay. All right. So first thing we need to do is head directly to our courses in the left-hand navigation. If you're not too sure how to get there, or if you don't even see it over here, first off, if you do not see the courses app over here in the left-hand navigation, that just means that you do not have the courses app actually added to your workspace. So the first thing you need to do in that situation is head over here directly to the App Center. Click on the little plus icon and it'll take you to the App Center where you can go in and add any app, in this case courses, right? By scrolling down, clicking on it directly, and once you do, it'll bring you to this page right here, right? On our side, we see go to courses because we already have the actual app enabled and in use in the workspace. But if you do not, you should see a button over here that says add the app to your workspace, something like that, right? But when you do, it's going to have you create your first course and walk through the steps to make that a reality. If you haven't done this already, then just go through that process. If you need help on that, there's a video on our YouTube channel. Go and check that out. It'll walk you through the whole process step by step. But if you have done this, and you know exactly where we're at right now, fantastic. Let's go back to courses. Click on that directly and it'll take us to the course overview page just like this. Now, before we dive into the rabbit hole of course specific styles, we need to understand where styles pull from and the whole hierarchy of styles within ClickFunnels. Okay, there is a few different layers to this. The topmost layer, think about it, is like a pyramid here, right? The topmost layer is going to be your theme style. Below that, we have the site style. And below that, below site, we have three different categories, I guess, underneath that. So we have funnels, and we have pages, and then we have courses. Now, for funnels, we have another sub-layer, which is funnel pages. And for courses, we have modules as a sub-layer. All you need to know here is that each of these items can be overridden at any point, but if they're not being overridden, they're going to pull from the layer above it. So if we happen to override the site style option up here, right? If we happen to override there, that's going to become the new highest point of the style within the account. So funnels will pull from that, your pages will pull from that, and your courses will pull from that. That's going to be the default. Now, if we wanted to change that and we want to say, have a specific style attached to a funnel, we can override it within that area. If we want to override within pages, we can do that as well. We can override there. And now that brings us to courses. We can do the exact same thing with courses. We can override the style that's being used for the entire course. And then below that, we can do it for modules. There's a bunch of layers. All we got to know is that everything is overrideable. And as long as you know where the flow is coming from and where that style is being pulled from, it makes your life so much easier and gives you a little bit more control. So again, just to recap, we have the theme, we have the site, we have three options below that. We have funnels, pages, and courses, and they flow upward or downward rather, right? If you're not overriding anything, let's say that the theme at the very top is what you want to use for everything and you don't want to override anything, or you haven't, that is going to be the topmost point where everything's going to be pulled from. So theme is being used, you don't override it at the site, and you don't override it within the funnel. The theme style itself is where everything's going to be coming from. The colors, the fonts, the presets for buttons, the presets for corners, shadows, all that's going to be coming from that topmost layer. Again, you can override at each point from the site to the funnel, page, courses. And that brings us to what we're talking about today, which is how to adjust the style for your courses directly. All right, so let's say you don't want to use the site style or the theme style, depending if you're overriding or not. You can go in and adjust the style that's being used, right? So let's go and click on this course directly as the example. Now on this page right here, we can go over here to the top right side of the screen where we see a little gear icon. It's going to be the settings for the actual course itself. And once we click on that, you should see a little settings panel appear on the right-hand side of the screen, just like this. That will essentially scroll down. And we want to scroll down until we see the option for advanced settings. Click on configure for that, and then we'll see a bunch of different things that we can override for our courses. Now, the actual thing that we're after here today is style. right? So as of right now, it's using default, which means that it's pulling from the site style or the theme style, depending on which one, if it's being overridden at the site. Okay. If we want to change that and make sure that this course right here is using, let's say, I don't know, Funnel Hub style guide main. Awesome. Click on that directly, scroll down and update the course. Now, when we do this, what's going to happen is everything inside of this course is going to default to that new style. So the styles are the font style, the button styles, the presets for shadows, the colors, all that's going to be pulling from the new style guide that we attached up here in the course settings. Now there's a layer we can go even deeper here, which is going to be your modules. You can go to each module inside of your course, click on the three dots, click on edit module, and then scroll down for the similar looking advanced settings area. Click on expand settings, and just like before, just like the course settings, we're seeing another option to override the style. So we can change it to something completely different here if you want to. You can have it so the course as a whole, like the course homepage is a different style, and then this specific module and all the lessons in it have a different style. Totally up to you. You can get crazy. If you do not change this, it's going to use default style. Default style, in this case, will pull from the course settings, right? So the one we just adjusted at the very top. If we go back over here, go to the gear icon, it would be using this guy right here, the style guide or style Funnel Hub style guide main. Okay, so that's the same one that's going to be applied down here for the modules and all the lessons within it. And that's it. That's how it works. So if you wanted to adjust again the entire course style, meaning the colors, all that good stuff, the actual branding of that that course, if you want to change that, just go over here, go to the gear icon, go to advanced settings when that appears on the right hand side of the screen, and then click on configure, where you can then change the style. Okay, you can do that for the course as a whole at the top level of courses, and you can do it for, sorry, I'm doing weird things with my fingers. You can do it for the top, or for the modules themselves. So of course, modules. Okay, there's that. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions around this at all, I know styles are kind of confusing, especially if you're just getting into this whole world of ClickFunnels 2.0 or just marketing in general or design in general, whatever. I get it. It's a lot of overwhelming information. If you do have questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll point you in the right direction. Or we even have open office hours where you can jump in and hang out with us, ask your questions live around ClickFunnels 2.0 and or even Classic, and we'll point you in the right direction there as well. That will be in the description area, or again, just feel free to comment down below. Okay, that is all I have for you today. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and that's it. See you later.